What is guys, Tyler once again, and I'm coming at you guys with another content of Cacao Kingdom. In this video, I just want to discuss the viability and the priority of some of these ancient and legendary cookies that we have inside of the game right now. So if you guys look right here, we only have, after a year and 3 months of release, we have total of 5 ancient plus legendary cookies right now, and those are going to be pure vanilla. We do have Hollowberry, dark cacao, who has been newly released, and then it's going to be Sea Fairy as well as Frost Queen. So a lot of people ask me, hey Hyrule, I have some of these cookies, I have this ancient, I have this legendary, do I start the game? How good are they, and what kind of toppings would I use on them? So let's talk about them, right? So first, if you guys watched my previous video, I did mention quickly about the priority as well as like the ranking of some of these cookies that I put when I shared the epic cookies that you won't regret investing in it. So let's talk about them real quick again. So first, if you guys are starting this game off, or you guys are still into the game without any legendary or ancient, you really want to aim to get Sea Fairy or dark cacao. The reason is because of this. If you guys look at dark cacao has a variety of debuffs as well as effect that he is going to cause with his skill. Not only is going to deal a ton of damage, 82.1% as well as 465.1%, he's also going to have a passive 20% debuff resist, going to be causing negative 15 defense for 9 seconds, negative 10.8% attack for 9 seconds, injury of 12.5% of max HP for 30 seconds, and that is going to be able to stack up to 25%. He is going to cause a zap, which is going to deal 3% of damage for every 1 second for 9 seconds, as well as it is going to nullify HP shield. So that just makes Dark Cacao a king of debuffs, right? And on top of that, if you do use Dark Cacao as your main tank with a full solid almond, he is going to be very tanky. He is going to be able to deal a ton of damage. He is going to provide debuffs, and he's going to make your team succeed, not only in the world exploration but also in the arena as well. And next to that, Sea Fairy is going to be an amazing cookie for you to use. Very simple, 150% damage as well as 415.1% damage for the water pillar, and on top of that, she is going to be stunning up to 5 cookies or enemies for 3 seconds hit by her water pillar. So because of that fact, world exploration as well as arena, dark cacao and Sea Fairy are top 2 choices for any players looking to invest in an ancient or legendary. So if you guys do re-roll your accounts, then dark cacao as well as Sea Fairy are going to be amazing for you guys to start the game off with, as well as invest in if you guys do have all of these ancients or legendaries pulled and have on the account, but still deciding on who to invest in. Next one is going to be our Frost Queen, Hollowberry as well as pure vanilla. So previously when I mentioned these cookies, I did say that pure vanilla as well as Hollowberry would be a bit of a better priority than a Frost Queen, and the reason why is this. So if you guys do look at Frost Queen's ability, you need to be able to freeze the enemies for 2 seconds, and after the cookies are frozen for 2 seconds and comes out of that freeze, then she is going to be dealing that second portion of damage, which is going to be 474.6% damage. Alright, so Sea Fairy does a bit less than Frost Queen when it comes to the percentage. However, because of that unique feature that she needs to be able to hit and freeze the enemies with her skill first, she is going to be hard to use not only in bosses but right now episode 13 and 14, where the enemies are immune to freeze. So right now Frost Queen is going to be a bit of a harder cookie to use inside of the world exploration, but however, in the arena, Frost Queen is still going to be a very good cookie. However, when it comes to world exploration, I would say pure vanilla as well as Hollowberry are going to be 2 very good cookies to stabilize as well as balance your team. You do have pure vanilla, who is going to provide a massive amount of heal as well as 20% of the max HP shield to all of your cookies for 3 seconds. He is going to be amazing. Even though he does have that big 19-second cooldown, he is going to be a very good healer for your team inside of the world exploration. And on top of that, Hollowberry is going to be a very tanky front line for you, having a massive HP as well as defense. And on top of that, she does have this damage focus where she will be taking portion of your teammates damage to herself and will be providing survivability to all of your other teammates. And that is the reason why Hollow as well as Pure Vanilla are going to provide a very good balance to your team. Not going to be overpowering or anything like that anymore because of the release of new cookies inside of the game. But if you do have these two cookies and match them up with any other epic cookies that are like Eclair, Content, Caramel Arrow, Sorbet, you're gonna have enough damage as well as you're gonna have enough support on the side to make up for the lack of damage that you might not have from Dark Cacao as well as Sea Fairy. So once again, I do want to let you guys know, if you guys do want to prioritize some of the ancient and legendary, I would say Dark Cacao as well as Sea Fairy are going to be number 1. And then I would say Hollow and Pure Vanilla will be number 2. And then lastly, it's going to be Frost Queen, just because the fact that her viability inside of different game modes as of now is very limited, and she is going to be more towards the arena rather than World Exploration as well as other game modes, whereas Hollow and Pure Vanilla can be used in various different game modes and even in the arena right now. So let's go over the toppings now for all of these cookies. Of course, the topping setting is going to be different for every single player as well as depend on the team that they are setting. However, in the beginning, I do recommend Pure Vanilla to be using 5 of the Swift Chocolate, just because there's not many enemies targeting the back lane, and it will allow Pure Vanilla to constantly use his skill more often in order to provide shield as well as HP for your teammates. Next one is going to be Hollowberry. Hollowberry is going to be very simple, guys. Going to be using 5 solid almond. I am not currently using Hollowberry, so I took out the toppings from her, but if you do use Hollowberry, I definitely recommend you guys use 5 solid almond, focusing on damage resist as well as crit resist and a bit of cooldown if you guys have the luxury to. And the next one is going to be Dark Cacao. Dark Cacao 2, if you guys are starting off the game, then 5 solid almond is going to be the best thing, focusing on damage resist, crit resist, and then also having a bit of a cooldown is going to help because he does have a 16-second cooldown, and having a bit of an extra is going to allow him to use his skill more often. Of course, depending on some of the teams, I share various different topping settings, and you can see some of them are going to be using 5 Syrian Raspberry as well. But if you guys are beginners and you guys are using Dark Cacao as your main tank, then 5 solid almond is going to work wonderfully for you guys. Next one is going to be Sea Fairy. Sea Fairy right now, 2 different topping setting. I would say it does vary depending on the team or the arena team that you guys are using, but majority of the time you're going to use 5 Syrian Raspberry, focusing on damage resist as well as cooldown. And of course, if you guys watched my Cherry Blossom team video, then Sea Fairy did use 5 solid almond. So like I said in the beginning, it's going to be Syrian Raspberry, but as you guys progress throughout the story as well as inside of the arena, you're going to start setting up these toppings that are going to be better and well suited for your team. Lastly, it's going to be Frost Queen. I highly recommend that you guys do use Frost Queen with 5 of the Swift Chocolate, which is going to be a bit better just because you're going to provide that freeze as well as the extra damage with Frost Queen. But if you do want to go with full Syrian Raspberry, that is going to be okay. Both of them you should focusing on damage resist for your substats. But there you guys go. Just want to quickly talk about the ancients and legendaries inside of the game. Excited to see who is going to come out next after Dark Cacao. I do think that maybe our Moonlight Cookie finally might come out, but of course that is going to all depend on Dev Sisters. Well, I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you guys did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on any future Cacao Kingdom videos as well as the live streams that I do on YouTube. Anyways guys, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.